You like beer? You like camping?
Don't tell the world I like beer.
You do like beer. Coors Light, right?
No. I don't drink that much beer anymore. I drink a lot of bourbon.
So we're just going to open up with alcohol. I got my alcohol here.
Not yet.
My liquid D. You know what I love is a good High Life.
Yeah.
Champagne and beers, man.
Oh, yeah. There was this bar in Philly that used to do 75-cent High Lifes.
The Pinto ones?
No. Full bottles, yeah.
Oh, baby. Wow. The Commodore in Brooklyn. Oh, chicken sandwich, shot of tequila, and a High Life.
Or the Souls.
The Souls.
SOL.
Oh, yeah. Beer, yeah. It's like the cousin to the High Life.
Sure.
Yeah.
Apple shares are just getting hammered this morning. Every day they're pounding it. Bitcoin. I'm not fucking leaving. Surprise.
Hey, Glenn. You gotta want to check the disclaimer, guys, in the description box. You
don't
click
see that
see
in
more.
LA.
What?
The beer and shot special. Or if you do, it's like $11. In Brooklyn, it used to be like $5.
Yeah,
they were like,
$5.
if you pay $5, we'll give you a beer and a shot.
Yeah, man.
You ever been to Duck Duck? It was like $2 for a lion's head.
Yeah, now it's probably $4.
With inflation, hooey.
Oh man, you know the only thing I wish was inflating is freaking balloons and tires.
Nice.
Am I right, man?
Very good.
And bounce houses. In this America, that's what we should be inflating.
Hot air balloons.
Hot air balloons. Bounce houses. Bicycle tires.
Balloons. The
Basketballs. Yeah. Yes. Totally.
Mr. President, if you're watching,
they should have him as part of his mental fitness. There should be a mental and physical exam.
Yeah, remember the calls
president.
to get him to draw a clock?
To draw a clock?
It's like a dementia thing. It's like a lot of dementia patients can't draw a clock. So there was like in the 2020 presidential campaign, there was a movement to get Joe Biden to draw a clock.
How did I miss that?
Because you had your head in your ass.
Well, yeah, it's always there. It smells good up there.
I know.
There was a woman I saw on Reddit.
Yeah, right.
You're already doubting me?
You didn't see a woman on Reddit?
Well, this person who claims to be a woman, a birth giver, and said that she's divorcing her husband because she caught him sniffing their baby's diapers in the trash. Like he would get up in the middle of the night.
Let men be men.
That's what I'm saying, man. He'd go out there and sniff the diapers.
Wait, you must have seen the one that went viral of the guy who was digging the tunnel?
No.
Oh my God.
Why was he digging a tunnel?
It doesn't matter. But
he's just a guide.
The woman is like, please tell me what to do. Like, I can't tell if this is okay. My husband, he doesn't have friends anymore. He doesn't have a social life anymore. No, but not in a bad way. She was like, all he cares about is digging his hole. And she was like, wait, can we please?
Husbands only dig holes. I'm a husband expert, and they only dig holes when they're severely distressed.
I need to find it.
We'll read it in the bonus episode. Speaking of which, big news, gang. We're still part of TMG Studios, as everyone should well be aware.
We're on our new channel.
Yeah, we released.
Which you need to subscribe to.
Yes, we released a new website, tmgstudios.tv. So what does this mean for you, Trillionaire toddlers? You get some bonus content, baby. It's finally here. It's here. It's here. It's we're going to be calling it Trillionaire Mindset After Hours, and you know why they do that? Because after hours is a stock market term. When the market closes, you got after hours.
And after
trading.
hours is when I do bad stuff.
Yeah, it's when we get naughty. Wait,
but so we're also we made like there's a big teaser for tmgstudios.tv. I think we're gonna play that for people.
Yeah.
But otherwise, yeah, you're gonna want to sign up because it's it's a cool video. We made a short promo for the new website. Super fun to make. And we're going to play it right now.
Does the world make you feel frustrated, overlooked, disregarded?
Our society is busy and overwhelming. Nothing seems to work correctly. We're displaced in a world that is overly complex, so much so that we often forget our own accomplishments and contributions.
While the world tries to put your mind in a prison, we are here to say you are not alone. And we can show you a path that leads to freedom,
Happiness,
eternal bliss,
bonus content,
and a video player that remembers where you left off.
The Library of TMG is a series of teachings that can show you how to live with a mind that is not bound by society's rules. And you can access it for just $6 a month with a membership to tmgstudios.tv. Wow!
Connect and become one with our community. Experience validation from your peers by virtually showing off your commitment to the teachings.
I see you've completed 200 hours of TMG Studios content.
Yes, I'm not angry anymore.
Wonderful.
All of the TMG Studios content is in one place. Every podcast, every episode, every bonus episode, all ad-free.
The creators of the TMG library have discovered Ascension and want to offer you the chance to do the same before the Earth blows up. Subscribe to the library now at tmgstudios.tv and discover Ascension for yourself.
Do it quickly before the Earth blows up.
Do it right now
Do it right now.
before it blows up.
For a limited time only, receive 1 month of free membership by visiting tmgstudios.tv. Don't wait. The Earth is going to blow up.
Subscribe now and discover Ascension. Subscribe now. 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 Subscribe now.
Wow, wasn't that great, you guys?
And we're back. Wasn't that fun?
It was totally great. So
I'll tell you what, they left a lot of footage on the cutting room floor. I did drink pond water at a park, and
did.
it was all for nothing. But
did.
that's just the craft of acting, I guess.
if you are watching this, though, that means the bonus content is out now. It's on tmgstudios.tv. You're
gonna love it.
My mom was confused. I was trying to explain this to her, so just so everybody knows, you're gonna get all the episodes ad-free.
Ad-free.
Our tier starts at $6 a month, but if you want to support us more, you can also, there's a pay what you want option. So
there's an option to pay us as much as you want.
Yes.
And that's unlimited. You can fucking type in whatever, and if your credit card can handle it,
if you're an Amex holder,
depends what your credit limit is, but try to max it out.
yeah. So there
No,
was a,
or don't. It's $6. Don't, come on in, pay $6 to have fun.
try 60.
If you can afford the $6, we don't want you to, remember when Elizabeth Warren was like, she thought she was telling like a hopeful story. She was like, I met this young girl on the campaign trail, and
Let's brag about it.
she said, I've got $7 to my name, and I donated it to your campaign. And it was at the point where it was like, oh, you're surely out of this race. And it was like, Liz, that's not a nice story. Give her her money back.
Yeah.
She just threw $7 away.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then she just went on to like come in third in her home state. And it was like, oh Christ, I hope they contacted that woman and were like, we're giving you your money back.
Yeah.
But so look, if you're in a situation where you got $6 left, don't spend it on this show.
No, spend it on this
All
show.
right, do it.
Because, I mean, at that point, what are you going to buy? A taco?
But just don't expect us to win the presidency.
Yeah.
Well, we might.
Not yet.
You know what? Give us that $6 and see what happens.
There was a gentleman who bragged about his parents having a private theater, and he was watching the show in there. So to that young man, I want to say, that's great. How much can you give us?
Yeah, seriously. Put up or shut up, pal.
Yeah, because if I'm doing the math right, that puts your parents at a net worth of at least $20 million.
You
It's
got
gotta
a theater in the house?
If you got a theater in the house, well, depending on what part of the country you're in.
True.
Because if you're in like I don't know, some other yeah, here he is. Yeah, I did see this. Oh, what is this guy pretending to be me? He's got the glasses.
He's
got
trying
the
to dunk on us.
the
All right, he's
black
wearing
hoodie.
a Trillionaire Mindset hoodie, which I love. You know he's a baller.
Yeah, let's watch this.
Merch is in, and because I'm not a no-coin pussy,
Hell yeah.
got the podcast going in the movie theater.
That kid is going to be subsidizing our lives.
That kid is my hero. Buddy, if you're out there, hell yeah, baby. Look at you. You're better than me. You're better than Emil.
I've never stepped foot in a private theater.
You haven't?
No, I have.
What was it like? Whose private theater was it? You can't say.
Can't say. It was Elon Musk's.
What you just said.
Shit.
You know,
No, he doesn't have one. He's sitting there being like, I actually don't have a home. I live in my friends' houses.
Oh, yeah. Shut the fuck. I would do an upper decker in one of his toilets for sure.
But just to reiterate, go to tmgstudios.tv/Trillionaire Mindset or something like that.
Yeah,
you get all the fun bonus. We're going to talk about anything we want. We can talk about 9/11 as much as we want.
Oh my God.
We're going to talk about... I've got a list of people who didn't go into work on 9/11. We're going to read it in the bonus content.
Yeah? Hell yeah. You heard it from him, folks. We're going to get right into 9/11.
We're going to talk about the CIA.
We've got a lot. We've got a lot to cover this episode. Go sign up. Go sign up is what I am being told to say because I forgot to say it. Go sign up.
Go sign up.
So we got a lot to cover this episode where there's earnings, there's inflation, there's all sorts of stuff. We got Biden is a very old man. The first thing, we're actually going to kind of tease this for the bonus because one of the big things we want to talk about is the mask mandate being dropped on public transportation. And why that is, and like Emil's gonna put on his lawyer cap and explain lawyerly why that is. Biden says that it's up to people if they want to wear their masks still.
We've also got some fun. We're gonna play some reactions.
Yeah,
some people had some fun,
some great reactions. And I'm gonna give my 2 cents. We're gonna give our 2 cents.
You're gonna give 2 cents. That's all. These people are paying $6.
Adjusted for inflation, it's gonna be about 20 cents. But anyway, Biden's a fucking old man, and I don't know how we're not, as a nation, coming together to collectively say this guy shouldn't.
Some
be
of
president.
us are. I've got a small group of friends. We are.
What are you
could
plotting?
Call it a plot.
Well, anyway, I mean, I will just say real fast.
Say it.
For those of us unfortunate enough to have have gone through currently or previously a family member with dementia and or Alzheimer's, they're basically the same thing, I guess. They're not, are they? They're not, because they'd be called the same thing.
That's not true. Think about all the things that are the same that are called different things.
Yeah. Like what?
Just think about any of them.
Tomato?
Car, automobile.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Would you go, those aren't the same thing because they're called different things?
That's true, yeah. Hello, everyone. We want to take a quick break to thank a sponsor of today's episode, Ladder. You know, Emil, you got so much going against you these days, hitting your wallet. You got the rising cost of living. You got student debt. You're trying to buy a house. And you know something? With all of that stuff impacting your bottom line, if something were to happen to you, God forbid, you don't want to leave.
I pray.
You don't want to leave your loved ones financially burdened with all that crap.
Sure.
So there's one simple thing. You know, most people don't think about it these days because they have the benefit of being young, but even the young among us have to consider life insurance. So it makes sense why people get life insurance, right? Especially term coverage, which is surprisingly affordable, folks. Why not pay a bit each month to protect the ones you love? If you're asking yourself this question, you gotta choose Ladder.
Check this out. Ladder is 100% digital. No doctors, no needles, no paperwork. When you apply for $3 million in coverage or less, just answer a few questions about your health in an application. You just need a few minutes and a phone or laptop to apply. Ladder's smart algorithms work in real time, so you'll find out if you're instantly approved. No hidden fees, cancel anytime. Get a full refund if you change your mind in the first 30 days.
Ladder policies are issued by insurers with long, proven histories of paying claims. They're rated A and A+ by AM Best. Ladder's customers rate them 4.8 out of 5 stars on Trustpilot, and they made Forbes' Best Life Insurance 2021 list.
Finally, since life insurance costs more as you age, now's the time to cross it off your list. So, go to ladderlife.com/trill today to see if you're instantly approved. That's LADDER life.com/trill. Ladderlife.com/trill.
Well, Biden definitely 100% has.
I wouldn't even say I wouldn't even go that far.
What?
I would just say he's fucking old.
Yeah.
We are
Yeah.
all in cognitive decline after like 25.
Yeah.
Me and Ben are in cognitive decline.
Totally. So are you.
If you've been around an old person, you know what?
Smell.
No, don't do that.
Oh, they stink. And I can't even. I don't even know what it is. It's just like
They don't stink.
they stink, dude. Come on.
Not my-
I mean, they don't smell bad. It's just like a. It's just like
That's going to be us.
it's just when your eggs and your cum dries up, it like permeates through the skin.
You think that's what
You're just
happened?
It's just they exude
Dried cum.
just non-sexual everything.
Just inert.
Yes, they're
old.
just inert and they revert to baby.
There's actually a lot of fucking going on in old folks' homes.
Ugh.
Don't let them get some.
Eh.
That dried up cum's got to go somewhere.
Ugh, God, it's like condensed milk. Gross. Okay, sorry. How? 40% of people ages 65 to 80
Hell
are
yes,
sexually
brother.
active. Yeah, but how do we know if they're not lying? They're probably just lying because they want to feel cool.
Yeah, right? Even people under 65 are lying.
Yeah. Well, people under 65 apparently are not having as much sex like ever as ever
Yeah, and I think it's
because they're
because
jerking off. Why do you think it is? Sorry.
I don't know. I think a lot of it has to do with casual sex. Someone was talking about that, and they were like, "Well, I thought this was like the casual sex generation or whatever." And it's like,
No.
well, no. But even if that were true, if you have a lot of casual sex, you're single, you're having a lot of casual sex, you're probably still not having more sex than someone in a relationship.
This is true.
So even if we were that generation, it's like if we all partnered up, we'd be just sucking and fucking constantly.
It's like I like to say that if I was a caveman
Yeah.
and if all cavemen had my brain, society would have never.
Oh yeah, I believe that.
We would have peaked at like, all right, we got the wheel, we got fire. What else is there? Now let's get to fucking.
Oh, I mean we fucked up, man. We had it made in the shade.
Yeah, back then.
Just fires, partying,
Yeah. You find some stinky berries and you're like, damn, this shit is fermented.
beating the hell out of people.
You mean rival tribes?
Sure.
Yeah, they shouldn't have looked at you funny.
Yeah.
I watched Apocalypto a couple weeks ago. Man, that movie whips.
Whoa, this is not a Mel Gibson apologist podcast.
He said some things about Jews.
He said some things about Jews.
He said some things about like every
He
group.
said some things.
He said a
He
lot of
really
things.
said a lot of things.
Have you? But
Maybe we'll play that clip at bonus content.
But-
and we'll really think about the kind
Yeah.
of things he said.
but Lethal Weapon is so good.
Sure.
Lethal Weapon is such a good
Also,
movie.
Mad Max
Great movie.
fucking whips. He's so hot. In the
Mel Gibson?
1970s and 80s, it's
Oh, yeah.
psychotic.
Yeah, he's a good-looking guy.
Oh my God. He's still kind of hot.
Well, yeah, of course he is.
But he said some things. He really said some
Yeah.
things.
Netflix reported earnings and it tanked. Surprise! It's because they suck. Sorry. Can you hit the? Oh well, I don't have my sound thing up. Crybaby Bill Ackman immediately lost
About
$400
$400 million.
Yeah, he sold. He was probably the one dumping like all day yesterday. It was just relentless selling. They lost about. They were down
200,000 subscribers.
Well, so their projection, the estimate was that they were going to gain 2.5 million subscribers, and they lost 200,000. It's estimated that 700,000 subscribers were lost due to Russia. So really, that puts them at plus 500,000, which is still a 2 million subscriber miss. I think that it's not surprising at all, and they were down over 35% or 124 points, and that's about $50 billion in market cap gone. And I hesitated on the 300 strike puts, which were about $4, and they went from about $4 to $80.
How much would you have made?
I mean, on that's what's 80 divided by 4? What's 80 divided by
serious?
4? Yeah, I can't do it in my head right now.
20.
20. So that's 20x. So whatever I put in, if I just bought one contract, that's $400 times 20. That's $8,000.
Damn, dude.
Yeah. If I bought 2 contracts, that's 16 grand.
I do love the segment of every show where you just talk about how much you missed.
Would have made, yeah. And I stupidly tried to buy the dip after hours. I bought 50 shares, and then I bought another 50, and then I just got fucking murked. I lost like $4,600. You know who's having a worse day, though, is literally
then
everyone.
Bill Ackman?
Bill Ackman, yeah, but he just like owned it and said whatever. But
Said whatever. He lost $400 million.
yeah, but to Ackman, that's I think that was a 4% hit.
It's pretty embarrassing, though, too. I think it was just like in January, he was talking about how like Netflix is uniquely positioned.
Yeah, we're going all in on streaming. Online streaming.
Moron.
Yeah. But I think it was probably a really, really, really shitty day to work at Netflix. Like, just, I'm sure that the tension and the anger was palpable in the air.
Well, there also could be layoffs.
Maybe. Were they
They're-
talking about that?
I don't know, but they're cutting. It sounds like they're changing a lot.
Cutting budgies?
They're cutting budgets. They're
Budgies.
budgies.
Yeah, they're cutting budgies. That's a showbiz term.
Is it?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. But yeah, they're scaling back how much they're spending on all this production. They're thinking about
Rightfully so.
doing an subscription, or an ad-based model.
Which is an idea that I had years ago.
Is that an idea you had, or
Yes.
isn't that idea all these others?
Everybody's got the idea, but it's like, why the fuck is Reed Hastings, the CEO and founder, not implementing that soon? 3 years ago. Oh, Netflix, you're the most expensive streaming service, and yet you don't offer a cheaper tier that is
Well,
supplemented.
for a
with
while
that.
it was what, $8.99, and now it's
Like
like
that.
$20.
Yeah. Well, that's for the like HD. You can do a cheaper one, but it's like 480p resolution. Yeah.
I think I'm watching Old Enough in 480p. Also, that sounds gross. Old Enough sounds like a barely legal porn, but it is not that. It's don't look at me like that. It's a very wholesome show on Netflix.
Oh, is it about the Japanese
Yes.
kids? Yeah, I heard about that. It sounds so sweet.
I wish they would call it something else, but it's amazing. These like toddlers go run an errand for their parents, and it's just very sweet.
And don't they have to wear a flag?
Sometimes, like because they're crossing a street and stuff, it's like
Because they're so tiny, they got to wear a flag. So
it's
drivers
extremely
can-
cute. It's very after a long day of just getting pummeled by the world. Turn on some Old Enough.
Yeah, I'm sure it's nice eye bleach. But what I was saying is a shitty day at work at Netflix because all those people who have stock options, like imagine you've got $1 million
yeah.
in stock options and suddenly, boom, you're down $350,000 on paper. And you're like, oh, God damn it. Fuck, shit. Like I think of my old, I have an old boss from the trailer house where I worked. And I know that he got a job at Netflix as like a senior executive, probably making fucking $700,000
No
a year.
way.
Oh yeah. I mean, at the trailer house, he was making like $500,000 a year.
Wow.
Yeah. So at Netflix, I'm sure they were paying him $750,000, and then they probably gave him a few $1 million in stock options, and that was so now he's probably fully vested, and I'm sure he didn't sell a cent, and now I'm sure today he's like I loved the guy. He was so hard.
I'm sure
to
he'll
work
be
with.
fine having to rely on just his $700,000
Oh, this guy was
salary.
This guy was a workaholic, and single, no kids, no nothing, and just it made my life. So I had to also be a workaholic. I remember he would eat salads. He would eat salads with his fingers.
That does suck. Your schedule can be reliant on your bosses.
Oh, it was terrible.
Like writers, TV writers will be like, "Oh man, how shitty your life is totally reliant on your like showrunner's life." When they like I remember my friend wrote on a show and they were like the season they got married and had a kid. It was like, "Oh, this is so much better" cuz they wanted to go home and spend time with their family.
Wait, the season that they got
Like
married?
the seasons after they got married and had a kid, the showrunner was like much more
mellow.
well, they wanted to get out of there and go home and spend time with their kid and stuff.
Yeah.
And so they weren't like, we're staying here all night, like rewriting.
Yeah.
Maybe this will be good for Netflix. I think them pulling back on production is going to be.
I think
they had a unique thing where all of a sudden they had to basically build out an entire library of original content. Because remember, for a while it was all licensing stuff. It was just old stuff they licensed. Then to attract subscribers, you had to just build out
original content,
a content library very quickly. I mean, you see this with pretty much everyone. Apple Plus is a weird one. I mean, they were like one of the later ones, and they just greenlit all this stuff. Like some of those shows are just incomprehensible. But
like what?
Oh, I mean, I'm a huge Isaac Asimov fan, and I love the Foundation series and the broader Empire series with Robot and Empire. But so I was so stoked that they were making a Foundation show. It's fucking horrible.
Oh, the show's terrible?
Yeah.
Damn.
And then there was another sci-fi one I tried to watch. I just like...
Is that the one with Tom Hanks?
No.
Tommy H.
It was with, I think, Sam Neill.
Ah. I don't have Apple TV.
I use my friends. I don't pay for any of them, I don't think.
Fucking freeloader. Fucking look at... Of course you don't pay for any of them. Look at that Patagonia sticker. You spend all your money on Patagonia stickers.
It's the only thing that makes me feel alive.
Patagonia stickers?
Spending hundreds of dollars at Patagonia.
Oh, yeah. It does feel good.
No, but so you watch trailers for things coming out, and you're like, whose idea was this?
Oh, I know.
What the fuck? I mean, you love hating on that new movie that came out.
Oh, The Bubble?
Yeah.
Oh, The Bubble, folks. Well, okay, so before I get into that, I have a couple things I want to say about Netflix and why I think that their story's over for... seal it shut for the next couple of years. It's still valued at...
Seal it shut.
Yes. It's still valued at $100 billion. $100 billion. It was a growth stock, and now the growth story is over, and now they're in the show me phase. Like, before they had the luxury of they had a moat around them. Now they don't have a moat around them. Now they have so much more competition, and they're spending way too much fucking money.
That was part of their game, right? I mean, that's part of, like, a lot of the tech company's game is to spend, and until you're the only game in town, right? I think they were throwing money all around, and I think they wanted to become the platform. They wanted to become, like, TV. It's like the way Uber was like, let's just spend everything we can to push out every other transportation system. And like, sure, we'll lose money and not be profitable, but in the end, we'll be the only option.
Yeah, tech companies spend money to create a money printer. And then once that money
create
printer...
a monopoly, basically.
Yeah, once that money printer is up and running and humming, then you can start throwing money at other projects and try to recreate the money printer that you just made. Google does it. Amazon does it. Microsoft, Apple.
Facebook.
FacePage.
Uber.
Boober.
DoorDash.
I had an invention for something called Boober.
Which was topless Uber drivers.
No. It is an app for...
You're telling me Boober wasn't topless Uber drivers?
It could be, but I can't remember what the idea was. It was like, it's... I don't know the legality of it, but Boober is for like...
breastfeed. You send a woman to...
Just keep guessing.
You send a woman
Boober?
to breastfeed at the house.
No. Boober is an app where horny people...
Someone comes and shows you a picture of breasts.
Close. Boober is an app where horny people can find someone nearby if they want to hunk some boobs. Boober. Boober. It's not sex. There's no nudity. Hey.
What?
This is a terrible idea.
Yeah.
But it's a good idea also. I'm just looking at your reaction. Anyway, patent pending. Hey guys, we want to take a quick break to thank a sponsor of today's episode. That would be Public.com. Public is an investing app where you can invest in stocks, ETFs, and crypto with any amount of money.
What I love about Public is that it helps people become better investors. You can follow other investors and share ideas. People like Graham Stephan, Cody Ko, Shelby Church, and thousands more on the app, just like me and Ben.
I'm obsessed with following Graham Stephan. I joined Public, and you can see what trends I follow if you search for Ben Kahn on the app. On Public, you can buy slices of stocks, ETFs, and crypto versus full shares. Alongside thousands of stocks and ETFs, Public offers 11 crypto assets, including Bitcoin, Cardano, Ethereum, Doge, and Shiba Inu.
Plus, Public puts investors first and doesn't sell your trades to market makers like other investment apps. They route the trades directly to the exchanges.
You'll get a free stock worth up from $3 to $70 when you go to public.com/trill and create an account. Get started today. Once again, make sure you go to public.com/trill to get a free stock. Click the link in the description. So I have a few problems with Netflix.
Give them to me.
I think the fact that they've taken this long to even introduce, because they talked about doing the ad tier for like $6, $7, a cheaper ad-supported tier like Hulu does. It's the fact that it's taken them this long to pull that revenue lever speaks to how short-sighted they are. They're only focused on content, and that's an old story. Also, they're so they spent $400 million to buy the 2 Knives Out sequels.
No, that's going to be worth it, though. That's going to pay dividends.
I don't think that even includes the budgets that are going to be on those.
Oh, it was just the rights.
I think just the rights. That is so stupid. And then, another thing.
Well, but those did make a lot of like Netflix does now occasionally release things in theaters. They could make a lot of money on those in theaters. I don't know if that's their plan or if they're just
theoretically. They could make a lot of money on that.
I might strangle you in the bonus content today. You might pay $6 if you want to see Ben.
That was a good pun, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
But this, I mean, that's not just Netflix. I mean,
$450 million.
All of
for
these
the rights
places are
is insane.
Buying up content like crazy. I mean, no disrespect to Joe Rogan. But like $100 million, do you think they see the value in? How many people do you think sign up to Spotify because they're like, I want to listen to Joe Rogan?
I'm sure it's a negligible amount, and even then, Spotify stock has been just tanking also because that's a growth story that's no longer necessarily in the growth phase. Another thing though that Netflix doesn't do, and it's mind blowing to me that they still don't even talk about it. If there's a movie or a show that isn't on Netflix, you should have the option to rent it, to pay to rent it. Because when there's nothing on Netflix, when there's something that I can't find on Netflix, guess who gets my money?
Amazon.
Jeffy Kisses.
Poxy bitch. Don't go to
Jeffy Kisses
Amazon.
gets my $4.99 or $3.99 or whatever it is to rent the movie that Netflix doesn't have.
I'm going to torrents.
See, I don't. You still torrent?
No, not really.
Okay, good.
I don't watch that many movies.
I don't either, but like sometimes you got to watch Chappie for the 5th time. Chappie fucking rules.
I do have to say, we were all out one time and Ben was talking about how much he loved Chappie, and someone was like, doesn't that movie suck? And Ben was like, I thought it wasn't until like the 5th time I saw it where it like really came together, and everyone was like, whoa.
No, that's not what I said.
I think you're describing Stockholm Syndrome, my man.
I love the movie from the first time I saw it.
No.
You fall in love with Chappie. He's a robot who learns to be human. How can you not love him? And he's got a South African accent.
Well, you ever seen Bicentennial Man, my man?
Yeah, see, look at Chappie. It got a 32.
Oh my God.
The visual effects in it are stunning. Hugh Jackman's in it. He's got a mullet.
Hugh Jackman, Bill's brother?
That massive Ackman.
Have you seen Bicentennial Man?
No.
You would love it. It's a robot who becomes a human.
It's Robin Williams, right?
Yeah.
I hated the poster, so I didn't want to see it.
Oh, you gotta check out Bicentennial Man.
All right, fine. Well, Chappie rocks. You guys should watch Chappie. Don't look at your phone when you watch Chappie. Just sit there and enjoy it.
Well, that's another problem. All these new things that come out on Netflix or any streaming service, it's really just like
a phone companion.
Yeah,
movie?
just make it entertaining enough where I won't feel bad if I'm checking my phone the whole time.
They're just dog shit. Everything is dog shit. I canceled my Netflix this week.
Netflix.
I go on there and it's dog shit.
You're like, there's no Apocalypto anymore. I had to go to Amazon.
I had to rent Apocalypto on Amazon. They do have Lethal Weapon.
I had to rent Apocalypto, Passion of the Christ, all these on Amazon.
Oh yeah, the bubble. You know what Netflix should do? Porn.
Why?
Because porn is like the number one.
Hey, they already got old enough, baby.
They should do porn though. They should do Netflix X. Netflix with 3 X's.
It would get confusing though for people trying to watch porn and people trying to watch old enough.
Yeah, true.
They're like just
They should
old
do.
enough.
They should do like a Netflix with all of their properties, but the X-rated versions.
Like Stranger Things.
Yes, I'm
now
just
the
gonna
kids are grown up and there's tentacles. Or
Bridge her thing.
but Bridgerton is already kind of porny. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
but you make it even more porny.
Make it more porny.
Squid cock.
Squid cock. More tentacles. Hey, we
Squid
heard
cock.
you guys like the Stranger Things stuff.
Yeah.
Well, here's Squid Games.
What's the one with the British girl? It's like Stinky Baby or whatever. What's it called that everybody loves?
Stinky Baby?
What's her name? She's the British girl who talks to the camera.
I hope you're not talking about Fleabag. 'cause
Fleabag.
That's Amazon, you dumb
Fleabag.
fuck.
Oh, it's Amazon. Yeah, Fleabag.
And that's actually a perfect show.
It's Stinky Baby.
Stinky Baby. Hey, would you want to come over and watch Stinky Baby? I heard Phoebe Waller-Bridge doing season 3 of Stinky Baby. Yeah, no,
Fleabag.
her long-running play on the West End in London, Stinky Baby. They adapted it to a TV show.
Same thing, man. Fleabag, Stinky Baby. Well, that's the porn version, Stinky Baby.
No, you can't pornify a perfect show.
Well, okay, what's the robbery one? The Spanish show.
Stinkier Baby?
No. No, the it's like
Oh, Money Heist.
Money Heist, Cummy Heist. Boom.
Oh, you wanted me to say it so you could say
No,
Money Heist.
I was going to just rattle it off the dome. Sorry, I'm being really perverse today. Boober, Cummy Heist. Sorry, Glenn. Glenn's out there giggling. But I also think that this is Netflix's sort of BuzzFeed moment. Remember when BuzzFeed had the dress where the whole internet was like, remember when that's all we had to worry about was the color of a fucking dress? It was like 2014, 2015.
That was like 2017, I would say.
I think it was. Oh, yeah, you're right. That was like the peak of BuzzFeed was dead after that. That was the top. And I think Squid Game was the top.
Was that a BuzzFeed orchestrated
Yep.
thing? No way.
It was some BuzzFeed person who found it and put it on fucking their website and tweeted and all that shit.
Fucking pisses me off.
Yeah, and ever since then it just tanked. And I think that I think that the shit's. I think the writing's on the wall. Not that I just think.
I mean,
that
people have been talking about the quality of Netflix's stuff for a long time. Actually,
it's dog shit.
I will never get rid of it, and by that I mean stop using my dad's Netflix because
You share his password.
I Think You Should Leave is the greatest show on earth.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Well, so that's the other thing is password sharing is a problem that they said that they're working on fixing.
If you take away my dad's password, I will kill you, Bill Ackman.
Reed Hastings. Yeah. They said that more than 100 million households use shared passwords, 30 million alone in the United States and Canada.
But that's every streaming service, and they're not. Well, you know what?
What?
A lot of these other streaming services are subsidized by huge corporations. Amazon, it probably doesn't matter that much. Apple fucking TV.
Yeah.
Hulu's owned by Disney.
Disney going through their woke shit
HBO
right now.
What is it called now? HBO Plus?
HBO Max.
HBO Max.
Yeah.
They're owned by Time Warner.
Time Warner. That's right.
Poor Netflix. Why don't you get acquired, you little bitch?
Because who's going to buy them for $100 billion?
I'll do it.
Elon Musk will. Elon actually had a funny, stupid fucking, of course he did.
You got Elon brain. That's something Elon would do. They would buy Netflix and make all the porn titles.
Well, so he tweeted that Netflix's woes are due to, quote, the woke mind virus. He says the woke mind virus is making Netflix unwatchable. So
But like what show is, like what content is even woke? I feel like they just are shitty.
Yeah. I don't know what he's talking
Like
about.
the Adam Project wasn't woke.
Yeah, there's nothing woke about it.
It was just kind of boring.
Yeah. It could have been good. It's just so much of you can tell that they don't put any money into like production quality. Everything is on a sound stage.
It is weird. Did you see that viral picture of what's
Ryan Reynolds.
Elizabeth Olsen? And it's just a scene where she's sitting in a bar, but she's completely on a soundstage and with blue behind her. It's like just
insane.
fucking rent a bar.
Yeah. Because
It's
it's
a fucking
cheaper.
Marvel movie.
Yeah. It drives me insane. Oh, that reminds me. I have in the notes Ben's COVID joke. COVID as it relates to 9/11. So I don't know why that's in this part of the thing. Oh, I forgot what the joke was going to be. Woke mind virus? I thought the virus was COVID-19. That was the joke.
You said 9/11, or as it relates to 9/11.
Well, remember the joke was going to be, oh, Elon says that the woke mind virus is to blame.
Don't pull me into this. Like, remember
no, but you said it was good.
No,
You said it was good. But
I said don't do it.
the joke was going to be, oh, the woke mind virus is to blame? I thought the virus was called coronavirus. I thought it was COVID-19.
Have you heard this one, folks?
But then, so what I was going to say about COVID-19 as it relates to 9/11,
What are you talking about?
I'll explain. Imagine if COVID really...
Imagine COVID drove a plane into
No,
the
that's
World
not
Trade
what
Center.
I'm saying.
How would we be handling it
Listen,
then?
no. What I'm saying is...
We need COVID to do a terrorist.
Imagine if COVID was found in 2020 instead of 2019. It would be called COVID-20. And that just feels weird and wrong, doesn't it? Just like 9/11. Imagine if it happened
Oh my God.
on any other... Imagine if it happened on the 12th. Yo, you remember 9/12? It's like,
I think
nah.
it's fine. I think in Britain they call it 11/9.
Whoa.
I think.
Because they say the day first over there.
Yeah.
They don't call it 11/9. It's branded now. 9/11 is branded. It's copyrighted, probably.
branded?
It's just the brand. You've got to respect the September 11th brand.
Does Joe Biden get a little cut every time we say 9/11?
Probably.
That's fucked.
Yeah, Halliburton.
Look it up. Google.
Halliburton makes.
Google what they call it in Britain. Maybe I'm getting duped. Maybe there was like a shitty stand-up joke where they were like, in Britain, do they call it 11/9? I think.
I think that's a joke. Yeah,
I think I'm getting
because it's
duped.
definitely called 9/11 there.
But that's
like,
got to be confusing for them.
Imagine if it was on like January 8th. Oh, always remember
Dude,
1/8.
what are you talking about? People still call the insurrection 1/6.
Yeah, but yeah. Do they 1/6?
In my circles where we
Get together and
no, people definitely call it 1/6.
Yeah, you're right. They do. But my point is that
I feel like you've made your point.
the simulation gives us that I don't necessarily believe in, but the simulation gives us numbers that just feel right. They just work.
Maybe when the CIA was cooking up 9/11, they were like 9/11 kind of sounds
just
good.
rings. It just sounds.
They
good,
were
doesn't
like,
it?
it just sounds good. And by the way, boss, I just came up with this thing. It's called waterboarding. It feels like you're drowning, but you're not actually drowning.
Just like Watergate. I remember as a kid, I didn't know that it was called Watergate because of the name of the hotel. I thought that it was like just the blank gate sounds like a scandal. It's like a gate that.
Yeah, but that's dumb little kid brain.
Yeah, I know, but it now we have
and also by
Gamergate
that time
and
they do like everyone needs to stop doing that. Every controversy that happens, they're like
blank gate.
blank gate.
Yeah, exactly. But what if it happened at like a fucking a Hilton or a Marriott
The Hilton scandal or something.
or a
But
Days
your
Inn?
brain is wrapped up in the wrong thing.
My brain is so fucking poisoned.
You got to get off TikTok.
No.
You got teens being like, what if COVID-19 happened in 2020?
COVID-19 with Lyme, as I call it. I don't know why I call it COVID-19 with Lyme.
Ben, come back to Earth.
No, it's tied up here in orbit.
Hey guys, we want to take a quick break to thank a sponsor of today's episode, Smith AI. Clients demand an instant response, but now more than ever, businesses are spread thin. If you're losing leads from visitors to your website or missing calls that could grow your business, you need to delegate those frontline conversations to the best virtual receptionist service, Smith AI. Smith AI provides businesses with award-winning virtual receptionists who handle your calls, chats, and texts to unlock new business at a fraction of the cost of hiring an in-house staff.
Since 2015, they've combined the best receptionists across North America with AI technology for superior business communications and customer engagement. Their friendly and professional agents can screen leads using your custom criteria, they can schedule appointments on your calendar, and call back leads who complete your forms. They can do it all by phone 7 days a week and also on your website through their 24/7 live chat service. Hey, guess what? They even answer texts and Facebook messages. Bet you didn't know that? Smith AI helps thousands of small businesses just like yours across a wide range of industries, including law firms, home service professionals, marketing agencies, and other service-based businesses. And they're ready to help your business too.
Work uninterrupted. Run your business with less stress and get more leads from your marketing efforts. Smith AI pays for itself and then some. With all the new clients, their receptionists help you win. Never miss another lead. Boost revenue, increase your focus at work, and keep your staffing costs down. It's as simple as forwarding your calls to Smith AI.
Plans start at just $240 a month. Try Smith AI today and see for yourself why business owners like Justy Nichols say Smith AI receptionists are her secret to business growth and client happiness. And guess what? Our listeners will save $100 when you sign up using our promo code TRILL at smith.ai. Visit smith.ai to read 5-star reviews and be sure to use our code TRILL, T-R-I-L-L, to save $100 at sign up. Don't let another day go by. Try Smith AI.
It's funny I asked him not to eat a Pop-Tart, and maybe you getting sleepy is what we need.
Well, you got to explain the context of me not eating a Pop-Tart.
You get sleepy.
Yeah, I get sleepy weepy.
Yeah.
Which is a quote. I say sleepy weepy all the time. And you know who says sleepy weepy?
Baby.
Chappie.
Okay.
Because there's a scene where they teach him to rob people, but they have to trick him because he knows that robbery is bad and stabbing is bad. They tell him that when you stab someone, it just makes him go to sleep. And he goes, "You sleepy weepy now!" And he stabs someone.
They make the robot kill people?
Stab someone. I'm telling you, it's a hilarious movie.
All right.
There's my favorite. He's my favorite actor, Charlton Copley.
That's your favorite actor.
He's my favorite actor because of District 9 and Chappie. He's
prawns.
He's so fucking. He's great. He's just such a great actor.
I mean, sure, but all right.
Anyway, you know who's not getting fucked by inflation? Drinkers of Arizona iced tea.
Oh, we got to talk about Arizona. Ben's finally getting his inflation moment. He wanted to talk about inflation last week. This is a great story, though, because we've been talking about record profits, right? We're seeing record profits in the oil industry. Amazon raised their prices faster than inflation, all this stuff, right? Who's staying 99 cents? No matter where you go, you're going to see those 99 cents printed on an Arizona can. They are not changing. The LA Times did a story about this. It's great. I love this guy, too. I'm obsessed. I didn't know this about Arizona. It started by just like a dumb Italian guy from Brooklyn. Maron. I fucking love it.
Maron. Okay, go on.
And oh, man, there's like choice quotes because he's just like, I grew up with a lot of guys like this in New Jersey, and it's very funny that this guy is a billionaire now. But they asked him about like the story why he called it Arizona. He was like, the name Arizona came to me because Arizona when I was a kid was dry, it was healthy. You had asthma, you moved to Arizona.
His name is Voltaggio.
Then it became comfortable to customers because they'd heard of Arizona. So we got that kind of glow. I love it. Just insane logic.
They've heard of Arizona.
And
I've heard of that place.
He probably knew one kid he grew up with who had asthma, and his parents from Brooklyn moved him to Arizona, and he was thinking of a drink company. He was like, Arizona, that's where you go when you got asthma.
Yeah, I heard of that. Look at
Oh,
his
but
kid.
I love it. So this dude is 6'8", I think, or 6'4", and he's got these two gigantic Italian sons, and they run this company.
Oh, you can tell that they just cannot wait
the
to reveal.
Voltaggios.
When they're at a bar hitting on a woman, they cannot wait to just be like, you heard of Arizona iced tea?
I'm the chief marketing officer.
That's my dad. My dad is
You know those Southwestern pallets you see on the bottles?
That was my dad's
That
idea.
was my daddy. Because you know how people get asthma?
They
often go to Arizona because it's dry, it's healthy.
Yeah, you've heard of Arizona, right?
No, but we're joking a lot, but these guys are kings.
Yeah, they're really, and they look like nice guys. They look like they'd be respectful.
So, like, the price of aluminum has doubled in the last 18 months. Price of high fructose corn syrup has tripled since 2000. Gas prices are pumping up delivery costs. But one $1992 adjusted for the inflation is worth $222. But the 99-cent big Arizona can, as the company calls it, persists.
Do they make any other drinks?
Oh, yeah, they make tons of stuff. They have a huge variety of drinks. But so they asked him, how can you do it, right? And he says, the short answer, the company is making less money. The big cans are still profitable, but for the moment they're much less so than a few years ago. And so corporate profits are a big factor. It's not the only factor, but it's a big factor in inflation right now.
Yeah.
And so, I love seeing this. Don Voltaggio. I'm committed to that 99-cent price. When things go against you, you tighten your belt, Voltaggio said on a Zoom call in early April from his headquarters. Even though his costs are higher, I don't want to do what the bread guys and gas guys and everybody else are doing. Consumers don't need another price increase from a guy like me. So they're worth over $4 billion.
Don't worry, fam, the iced tea company wrote. We still got you.
Fucking love it.
I love that. That's a great story. Because you know what? That's the thing is these publicly traded companies, because they're not publicly
traded, right.
But publicly traded companies, they get addicted to growth. They have to keep growing in order to earn their big fucking bonuses. Because the CEO, part of their compensation package is stock that they get, stock bonuses and whatnot, that's contingent upon the performance of the company or the performance of the stock. So what do? They got to just chase the dragon ever higher.
So what I'm proposing is...
Ooh.
You take every big major corporation in America, you give it to an Italian-American family.
Okay, I'm listening.
That's it. And let us...
Italianify it? Everybody gets marinara.
Let us have large sons and raise them to take over the... Let us all live in Long Island and New Jersey.
Yeah.
I'm out here in California. It's not healthy.
Yeah.
This is
Man,
bullshit.
I often wonder how large my sons would be if I had sons.
Me and you could make a large son.
Yeah, but we can't. You need an egg, buddy.
Yeah. Trust me, it's not for lack of trying.
I know. Just, we'll get there.
Yeah. No, I do. I think it depends on, your partner, maybe.
Yeah.
What her...
You would either have to choose someone very tall or the opposite, very short, because sometimes you get that freak
you
occurrence
trick
where,
your
like,
body.
my mom is 5 feet tall, but I'm
Right.
7'2".
We got to see what Mrs. Voltaggio looks like. Hey, Mrs. Voltaggio.
I'm 4'11". I'm just a thimble of a lady.
She's making gravy for her sons on a Sunday.
Making gravy? How do you make gravy? What's in it?
Well, so gravy is what a lot of people call.
You're just ready. You're just like, whoa, gravy. What is it, Emil?
It depends, but
Okay.
some people call like Italian red tomato sauce gravy.
Ooh, yeah.
Hey, Mrs. Voltaggio has the gravy,
And they're referring to
just like tomato sauce,
Yeah.
but it's special.
I
Good.
I still just think of the slurs for Italians that my friend taught me, my Italian friend.
Am I the friend who taught you it? Because we
Nope.
famously had a segment on this show where I told the dirtiest Italian joke.
Yes, you did. But no, yeah, my old roommate Matt in New York told me what they were.
Don't say them. Just lips trembling.
They both start with G.
Guinea?
No.
Guido?
No.
Goomba?
Yes.
Okay.
Goomba's one.
And
He said the real bad one is it rhymes with Havon.
Gavon?
Yeah.
Mm.
And he was like,
I
"Don't say
can't
that
say
one." And I was like,
you just ended the
"You
show.
just said
can't
it.
Say that on...
You just said it."
I'm Italian.
So?
And then so nervous.
So? So?
Wait, but one more thing I wanted to talk about because
about Arizona?
it's kind of related to Arizona.
Costco pizza?
Because we've talked so much about the Fed. We've talked so much about their tools and how they're just going to keep raising inflation rates. And it's kind of the only thing you see people talking about when it comes to inflation. Oh, we just need to break the markets back. We're gonna raise unemployment. We're gonna bring prices down that way. But there are other things, and I think that's what's so annoying, right? You're watching fucking Joe Biden get out there and beg the oil companies to do the right thing and stop gouging people with prices. And it's like, you'd love it if they could do one thing.
Yeah.
Price controls, anything. But it's been used a bunch. It probably sounds radical to a lot of people. Senator Bernard Sanders, you may have heard of him. He introduced something called the Ending Corporate Greed Act, and it's a excess profits tax, which sounds crazy, right? The act would impose a 95% tax rate on the excess profits of large corporations that earn more than $500 million a year. Excess profits are defined as profits that exceed the corporation's average profit level from 2015 to 2019, adjusted for inflation.
So that would go to a tax instead of like a, your hand is shaking.
Oh, I'm so pissed at you. Because of the Italian slurs.
Oh, I'm sorry.
As soon as you're dead.
So they're proposing.
And this is from the American Prospect. It's a great article. You should check it out. But they point out that this is something that has been used a lot in the past. to fight inflation.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like many of Senator Sanders' ideas, this sounds radical, a 95% taxation, but
Radical.
in fact, it is not. The Sanders proposal is entirely in line with both the tradition of U.S. corporate taxation and with its underlying economic and regulatory rationales. During the First and Second World Wars and the Korean War, the United States implemented a broad-based windfall profits tax. During World War II, the tax rate reached its high at 95%, which ensured that companies could not profiteer off the war. In addition, the U.S. enacted a windfall profits tax on oil and gas companies as recently as the mid-'80s.
Bring that shit back.
Bring it back.
Bring it
Excess
back, man.
profits, baby.
Don't forget. Wait. We just saw from our producers here that there's some big Twitter news. I know that Elon, they accepted the tender offer from Elon, and they're
just
mulling
happened?
it over. Yeah, did something just happen?
It was just that he's got all the funding and has laid it out in a filing.
Yeah, cocksucker. $25 billion in loans, $21 billion in personal equity. Okay, so this is something that we're going to have to lean into in the bonus episode, because a couple things. I'm going to talk about what I look for in stocks to buy, and one stock that I've been kind of looking at that I think is interesting. So if you want that, you got to fucking subscribe, dog.
Oh yeah, we should say that the bonus content is a Glenn free zone. We love you, Glenn, but
Oh yeah, I got to talk to you, Glenn, about this.
it's just kids, no parents in there. We can do whatever we want.
It's but I'm not going to be breaking the rules at all, just so you know.
Oh no, we're breaking rules.
Don't listen to him. But
if you want to see us break rules, it's just $6.
speaking of Elon, just really fat, I think that was also this last earnings call for Tesla might have been peak Tesla.
Wait, before we get into that, can you? I think before we do a bonus episode, I think it'd be great to explain the Twitter poison pill to people. I think a lot of people were asking about what that means. It might have been the first time people had heard that phrase.
Yeah, it's been being tossed around. Twitter can basically the poison pill is what it implies, because it would kind of, it's poisonous for everybody involved. And it's basically, in a nutshell, Twitter would dilute everyone. They would dump a bunch of shares, and it would just dilute Elon's holdings and their holdings, hence the name. That's pretty much all you need to know.
Yeah, but so what happens exactly? If I'm a regular Twitter shareholder, how does that affect me?
Well, the price of Twitter would probably drop because there's a lot more supply being dumped into the market.
And why does it make it harder for Elon Musk to now acquire it?
Because now it makes it all the more difficult for him to become a majority shareholder, because there's now all the more shares that he would have to buy more and more and more and more. But Elon did make a good point, which is that the board of directors of Twitter hardly owns any shares. So they don't really have a vested interest in the success of Twitter. It's just sort of like they're just placeholder position. They each make like $300,000 a year just to be on the fucking board of directors. And
well, maybe some people would argue that they're just in it for the love of the game.
Some would say that, but I highly doubt it. And they do have a fiduciary duty to accept an offer that does benefit shareholders. And one could say that this offer does benefit shareholders better than any other that's out there. And hilariously, Goldman Sachs came out and said that the offer was too low. Meanwhile, they had just downgraded the stock with like a $35 price target. And yet they're saying, oh, this offer's too low. Well, fuck yourself. What the fuck?
Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself. Goldman sucks.
Goldman sucks.
Goldman sucks. You're done. You're roasted.
But you think next time we go back to New York, we're going to be walking around downtown Manhattan and we're just going to get jumped by...
I hope. I wish they would try it.
Please, kill us.
I wish they would try it. But, so, just the last thing before we wrap it up and go into after hours. Tesla did just report their earnings yesterday, which is 2 days ago for if you're listening to this on Friday, which you are. But Elon, of course, had to fucking pump the shit and say that they're working on an autonomous robo-taxi that he expects should be in full production by 2024. A year and a half from now. And I'm going to be the first to say it ain't going to happen. Yeah, Elon Musk confirmed Tesla is working on a dedicated robo-taxi with no steering wheel or pedals optimized for AI. He said that their current aspirations are to reach volume production for that in 2024, adding he thinks, quote, that really will be a massive driver of Tesla's growth.
Yeah, I'm sure it will.
How much of that is already priced in, A, and B, when it comes and goes and it doesn't happen, who the fuck is going to care or call them out?
We're still waiting on that Cybertruck, my man.
Yeah, doggy. And aren't you going to be a little distracted, sir, with your new company that you are going to be owning, Tesla.com?
There was, I think one of the funniest tweets I saw about the Twitter thing was like, yeah, Elon Musk keeps saying he's going to buy Twitter, but he also said you couldn't break that window on the Cybertruck, and then we watched him smash it open.
Yeah, I mean, he's just such a fucking con artist, I think. But I had a scary thought. Like, he's on paper the wealthiest man in the world. What if he just kind of figured out how to just keep hacking the system to continue increasing his wealth?
What with the like?
Because like with a few $1 billion, you can manipulate Tesla's share price ever higher. So if you've got a few $1 billion in cash and say like and this is me being very naive about how the whole thing works, but say you got a few $1 billion in cash in an offshore account, what's to stop you from just buying several thousand in the money call options that the sellers of those options then have to hedge by buying the stock?
And then you just and the United States government, they won't let it happen.
Yeah, I guess you're right. They won't.
You got to remember, pal, we've got a system that works. That's why I'm proud to be an American. The SEC has got the full weight of the American government behind it, making sure that none of this stuff happens. So little guys like you and me don't have to worry about that.
You're right. I don't know what I was thinking. Everything's going to be just fine. Well, because as Michael Burry, the Big Short guy, said, the competition came for Netflix just like the competition is coming for Tesla. And it is funny because Tesla did post like a record quarter and the stock gapped up, but now it's kind of selling off. The Rivian CEO was warning that there's a looming EV battery shortage because much of the battery supply chain isn't yet built out. So you've got increased competition. You've got supply chain issues with batteries coming, and I just can't help but wonder if this might be a peak quarter for Tesla for the time being. Hence his now, moving the goalposts to being about robo-taxis. And like, I don't know. I can't help but wonder how much of this is already fucking priced in. Like, it's $1 trillion company.
Yeah, but maybe we'll find out next quarter. What are you going to do if it's higher? Should we place a wager?
I've been wrong so many times on Tesla, but I don't know. And now it's such a big part of the S&P that if it starts to drop, I don't know. I feel like we're in I bought some puts this morning. I bought some puts for oh wait, I'm not allowed to say that, so cut that because Glenn said I can't talk specific prices.
But in bonus content, he's going to tell you.
I bought some puts in the SPY is for some time out. But
now we can really do the Dumb and Debber. Why don't you subscribe and we'll tell you?
Yeah, why don't you subscribe and we'll tell you? But there's one thing that I did. Wow, I just spit so much. One thing that I saw on Twitter that was very interesting. E-bikes outsold cars in Spain. Can we pull up this tweet?
I love that. Make American cities so I can make LA easy enough for me to fucking electric bike around. I would never do it now. I'll just get slammed.
Oh, you'd die. Yeah, another sales record for e-bikes set in 2021 in Spain. 223,561 e-bikes despite all the supply chain delays. With share just slightly above 14% in terms of units, electric bicycles created the majority of revenue for retailers. That's pretty big. Total e-bike fleet is approaching 900,000, making electric bicycle long-term the best-selling electric vehicle in Spain.
Oh, man. Imagine us in Madrid scooting around.
Dude, when I went to Madrid, so e-bikes outsold electric cars more than 8 times in Spain in 2021. I brought my bicycle to Madrid.
Electric?
No, just my bicycle, my fixie.
And they were just ragging on you?
No, but it was cool having my own bike there. I brought the bike suitcase and everything.
We love that.
I could take it apart with one wrench and I put it back
Did you have a little basket on the front for all your when you wanted to take your tapas doggy bags home?
No, No, but it was right when I was in denial about wearing glasses, so I wasn't wearing my glasses, and I remember riding around being like, "Why is it so blurry?" And now I know. All right,
we gotta get on some bikes, man. Us just cruising around Spain, Barcelona. Hola,
Barcelona. Well, hey, guess what, guys? That's it.
That's it.
enough.
That's the whole show.
Yeah, that's the whole show for today. If you want to see,
we're getting the finger.
Yeah, we're getting the finger. We're going to the
production.
bonus. We're going to After Hours, the bonus episode. We're going to talk crypto corner, the mask mandate, midterms, Joe Biden being a fucking old bag of shit.
We're gonna be talking about.
A lot.
Oh yeah, the mask mandate stuff. We're gonna be playing some stuff. We're gonna be reacting to it. It's gonna be super fun.
Yeah.
Also,
we're gonna be cussing.
It's very different in there.
Yeah, the lighting is different.
It's going to be a whole new vibe. And so remember, if you want to do it, tmgstudios.tv, sign up for the Trillionaire Mindset tier. Come fucking check us out.
Our very sweet, sweet editor, Alex, made a very cool new little intro for After Hours, so we're going to preview it here.
Oh, also, right before we do that, we just got to say, like always,
kill your parents.
You could say it. Go for it. I was going to say something else.
Okay, no, you say it. What?
Rate us 5 stars.
Yeah.
Like and comment.
Yeah.
We're a new channel.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking like and comment. Drive the algorithm.
Yeah.
Go absolutely nutty on it.
Yeah.
Tell your friends.
Yeah.
Do all that good stuff.
Manipulate the internet and hack it for us,
we
please.
still got merch up. Go check it out.
Yeah. That's it. So we'll see you in the After Hours, Babu. Bye-bye. I love you.
I like you. I love you.